Hey there guys, Phillip here back with a new video, and I'm sitting at my table, or my brother's table, and I've got a knife and there's nothing on the table. What else could that mean than an unboxing? So let's get right into it. Okay, let's start with the first box. It's a lens. It's a lens which I've previously owned. It's the Sigma 18-35 1.8 APS-C or Super 35 lens, and it's super sharp. Really sharp, and yeah, this doesn't tell which camera I'm going for basically. Got all the stuff here, paperwork and stuff, and then we have the lens itself. Let's do this quick because it could get boring, as a lot of people may have already seen this kind of stuff. And basically this is the Sigma 18-35. I've also got a filter for that, and that is around here, and there's another filter. That means there's another lens, but let's see which one this is gonna join. So MC11 Sigma adapter, so that means it's probably going to be a Sony system, right? And yes, it is going to be a Sony system, what I'm going for. Obviously staying with the Sony system because I have previously owned the Sony A7, which has been doing a couple of my latest videos really, and now I'm pairing it with a brand new, oops, there we go, the adapter, really nice and premium. I had a Comlight adapter before and I wasn't too happy with it because it always kept losing the signal. That's why I went with the Sigma one, and basically I have the Canon lens and the Sigma adapter, and now the big thing is happening, the camera which I went for, and that is the Sony A6500. And yes, let's get right into it and check out this camera. I'm amped for it. And yeah, why did I go for this camera? Why didn't I go for a full frame? Well, it's got some features which I really am amped for. So it's basically like a small A7S, but in small basically, and it's got that feels really good. That's what she said. Looking nice, looking nice. Okay, so before we get into this camera, we want to see what else is going to join the camera, and that is the 10-18 from Sony wide angle. This will be like kind of my wide angle, gimbal and vlogging kind of lens. So that's why I went for this. And now it's all here, we can check it all out. So let's put this on first. I'm actually amped to see what this is like. Yeah. Okay, so that was a really quick unboxing. Now I'm going to set something together and then we'll do a small film off of this, so you can see the live quality basically. Okay, so a bit of a jump cut there. I just got all this set up, just got battery in, it's got SD card in, and now the moment of the moments basically. We're going to put on the Sigma adapter and then the Sigma lens. I also put on the UV filters for safety of the lens basically, and that's the setup. Pretty heavy actually. It is yeah, decent weight I would say. So let's get this turned on, and the battery is flat, so let me get another battery. Okay, now we've got it going. Let me just skip through the menus quick here, and now we are rocking Sigma 18-35, and the autofocus is terribly loud, I know that. This is internal right now, that is the external, so yeah, it is loud, definitely. This isn't my vlogging setup though, but I just wanted to see how it would work out. And you can already see it has the image stabilization working, so I can get really nice smooth handheld shots, but I will be using this mainly in manual anyway, so that would be what you would get, and you can do some really nice smooth pans. And yeah, the bokeh is still really nice, and I just love this lens. I had this lens on the Canon 70D, and I would say let's do a little bit while I'm setting up the 10-18 lens, do a bit of a camera talk, what I've been basically using over the years. And I started off with a Nikon 7000 D7000, and I got that because I was using Nikon when I was working at a real estate agency, and that was the main camera they were using. That's still the wrong one. That's the wrong one. There we go. And basically that is why I went for Nikon. Then I changed over to Canon, to the 70D, also because I wanted that swivel screen to the front and stuff. And then I went from Canon to the Sony A7, and now I went from the A7 from a full frame sensor down to a A6500, so a Super 35 or APS-C size sensor. And I was thinking to go to Panasonic with the GH5, so that would have been like nearly all kind of different kind of routes. But I've decided to still stick to Sony, as I will be planning to maybe invest into the Sony A7S Mark III once it comes, and this will then become a B camera or a vlogging camera or wide angle camera or whatever. I'm not too sure yet, but that's why I've now gone for this one for now. And I just wanted it because the A7 didn't have the it still had AVC HD, and the file format is terrible to get the files out, and there were just a couple of things, and the adapter which I was using just always went strange, and I don't know, I just was like really amped to get into the A6500 system on the Sony, and yeah, that's why I basically went for it. So let's just hit this on. So we got, that's the 10mm, that's the 18, and I'll just do a small kind of a vlogging kind of thing. So yeah, that's the 10, or is that? Yeah, that's the 10mm, and then that would be the 18mm. So yeah, I haven't checked any settings, so I'm not too sure what the settings are on this right now. And it's also internal microphones, and as you can hear, this lens is so much more better in audio quality in terms of noise of the autofocus. So the autofocus doesn't make that much terrible noise, and yeah, I hope the image stabilization is pretty good as well. Okay guys, I'm super excited to check out the footage and put it all together into one video, give this video to you guys. And I've hoped I've answered a couple of your questions, because loads of people have been asking me, Philip, what camera do you use, blah 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 blah. And yeah, I was thinking to go for the Micro Four Thirds sensor with the GH5, but then I thought, yeah, I don't know, it just didn't feel right to me. I don't really like the Micro Four Thirds look. The APS-C look is already a downgrade of the full frame, but I think you can still work around with it. And I know there are speed boosters on the GH5, and you can work around with that and stuff, but I just find this to be the more suitable camera for me, especially in terms of future proof. I know I'm really terrible with future proof because I've been through so many different kind of cameras, and I had vlogging cameras I didn't even count just a minute ago, like G7Xs, RX100s, but now I've sold everything and gone with the A6500, and I still kept the GoPro Hero 5. It's an amazing camera as well. So that's basically my setup at the moment. As I said, maybe the A7S III will become the next interesting thing to get, but that will probably be something like end of 2017, maybe even 2018, we'll see. But for now, this will be the thing I'll be using for my videos. I do filmmaking for a living, and I did invest quite a lot of money now, but as I do it for a living, for me it's a tool, and yeah, so I'm really amped to get to the next shoot and work with all this stuff. And I have something planned with this. I'm basically getting another accessory for this, and I'm making a special video for it where you can then see the whole setup in total. So I would say definitely stay tuned and amped for that. And that will be it for now. I hope I covered everything I wanted to say. I'm noticing that I'm rambling along right now, so I'm going to finish off this video right here, and I hope you enjoyed it, the small camera stuff. And if you have any questions, put them down below as always. And yeah, we'll see you in the next video. Thank you very much. Cheers.